Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's spooky season out here for some of us. JJ and the Commish coming at you live Halloween night, handing out the candy, just supplying the people what they want. Welcome back to the Week 8 show. It's great to have you, Jack. We got a lot to talk about between the World Series, a lot of roster changes going on, so we just got to get into it, man.
Let's get right into it. Big treat for you all this podcast episode. Taking a look at the scoreboard. Huddy, my guy. Talk to me, man. What's going on at camp?
Dude, it's just the same story as always. This team, the morale is so low. There's nothing more to say. I mean, cherry on top for this team. We made an executive decision. A-Rod is riding the bench. This guy just, 30% completion. That just isn't going to do it in this locker room. We have higher standards than that, believe it or not. I really thought I had a chance to get against Ollie. And the most, Jack, the one that stings, the thing that really just gets me the most, Ollie just shooting a little text over to me saying, "Are you happy taking Brees at 2 over CD Lamb?" And when you lose to CD Lamb, putting up 40 points, no, that doesn't feel great, Ollie. I'll answer you right now. That doesn't feel too good. I'm pissed. I misread the Jets offense. There's not the offense to invest in this season, and I'm left with abysmal performances all over. I got nothing to say. This is ridiculous. 1-7. There's no coming back from this.
Yeah, it's looking bleak for you, Huddy. Nothing you could do here. A good week from Ollie, capped off by a near 40 burger from CeeDee Lamb, but not even cracking triple digits with two flex spots is it's not what you like to see, my man. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry that Deebo Samuel has pneumonia. I'm sorry that A-Rod isn't very good at football. That's okay though. We got the GOAT Drake May starting for us week 9, so there's really nothing to be afraid of anymore. I mean, we're just
No.
gonna skyrocket up the
Yeah.
rank.
Get the kids some snaps. You never know what can happen. Nice.
Absolutely.
Moving on
Um,
next. Goliath goes down. The 7-0 Justin Tucker's no more. Not a bad performance by any means, but a 170-point eruption from Mueller, led by Kate Otten on National Tight Ends Day. What a performance. We said that Mueller's team was scary. We were confused why his record was so bad. And he proved it here that he is still a force to be reckoned with.
Jack, you and I called it. Just some expert predictions coming out on Mueller's team, and Kate Otten, what a talent to have right now. Between Chris Godwin out for the season with his injury, and it looks like Mike Evans with a hamstring out for probably multiple weeks. Someone's got to catch the ball in the Buccaneers, and it looks like they're going to their tight end. So that is a lot of value to have. The Bijan Kamara combo is going to be deadly. It has been
Really?
deadly. So 170, that might be the highest this year. That's a crazy number.
Yeah, definitely close, if not top scorer of the season. Yeah, great week. That team is definitely scary. Next, on a little bit of a hot streak, Mr. Suit, 30-point performance from Bo Nix. Who would have thought this team had the capabilities of putting up 132 points in a week where Devontae Adams still sucks? We'll talk more about the Jets later, but uh, great performance here. Nabil, just like we predicted, starting to tumble after some questionable decisions at the heat of trade season. But yeah, nice win for Suit. Man might sneak into the playoffs.
Players over at the bank took Mahomes are calling in threats to the front office. Let's just put it that way. Missing Garrett Wilson on a talented team, so that's just some unfortunate decision making come from them. But you're right, Suit making a mid-season push. Anything is possible when you play the Panthers. So Bo Nix with a nice 4 touchdown performance. Really, you can do anything against that defense. You can just start doing backflips and you'll get points. So,
Yeah,
yeah, firing on the right cylinders at the right time.
got that right. At the bottom here, tight end day continues. George Kittle, tight end one on the season. The Niners losing Ayuk, not having McCaffrey have really let Kittle step into his own this season. The team may not be performing their best, But Scott up to 4-4, a massive performance this week, clicking on all cylinders, taking Shuby down. That's a good win.
I mean, a lot of some bright spots here. Puka Nakua also making his return this week, and although he isn't in his top three, had a great performance for the Rams. Yeah, Scott's team is looking salvageable at the least, I'll say this year. And I heard a lot of people throwing out that Joe Mixon was washed, but Joe Mixon is putting the season together on a new
Yeah,
team,
it's
just
the best
making it
he's
happen.
looked. It's unbelievable. You watch some of the footage too. This guy is just bulldozing people over. I had never seen him run
Yeah,
that well when he was in Cincinnati. I don't know what it is about Houston, but this guy is really feasting this year.
absolutely. A nice little surprise from the mid rounds. All right. Moving on to our last few matchups here. A little close one we got. Lewisburg Townies, our good friend Nick, moving back to 4-4. Nice performance from a couple big time players. Sam Laporta finally putting up a respectable performance. I think we've been waiting for double digits from this guy the whole season, which is shocking to say. As good as this Detroit Lions team is, for some reason they haven't gotten their star tight ends in the mix. So, very reassuring if you're the Lewisburg Townies to see this guy catching a touchdown, getting some action.
Yeah, it's good to have Laporta back on the scene. Lions had an absolute field day against Tennessee, and Laporta catching a touchdown. That's the difference in this win. One touchdown is all pro and one by. So without that, wouldn't have happened. Brock Purdy looking like a serviceable fantasy QB. He's using his legs a little bit more, and the Kyron Saquon duo is just awesome. I mean, Hurts took all the touchdowns from him, but still didn't
Yep,
matter in this one. Good win for Perone.
you're absolutely right, Jack. And talking about close wins, oh man, you got to be feeling hot right now. Two of our Titans in the league going up against each other. JJ and James just battling it out. We weren't sure who was going to win this till Monday Night Football ended. Dude, take me through, Thursday through Sunday, just the peaks and valleys. What was going on here?
This week was a fucking whirlwind. Not only was I dealing with the stress of the Dodgers being in the World Series, but the stress of this matchup. Left and right, my guys are performing well. I was projected right around here going into the week, and I still was uncertain if I was going to win. Devon Achane, welcome back. Tua back in this offense is so nice for Devon Achane because now they can't just blitz the Dolphins every play. So he's catching screen passes. He is running through holes in the line. It's good to have him back to his true self. And I will also say I wouldn't have won without this. That Jaden Daniels Hail Mary to beat the Bears won me this matchup when you look at it. That was a 6-point play. I win by 3.5. This kid, I was uncertain. He was questionable going into the week. He was originally projected 0. And then the day of the game, they said he was going to play. And I said, you know what? I need the points. I need to go for the risky play. Sat Geno Smith, which was a good move. He ended up with like 8 points against the Bills.
Yeah,
Stuck JD in, and he delivered. This was a stressful matchup. Was up 32 going into Monday Night Football, Steelers versus Giants. I was projected to win by exactly zero point 0.1 points. One singular yard I was projected to win by going into that. And
jeez.
that fumble from Russell Wilson at the end to keep the Giants in it, but also sealed the deal for me. And I'm very grateful to him for that. First scoring team in the league. I passed Tyler in points scored. I know I'm
No
sitting at
way.
5-3, but I am first in points scored, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Jack, no one wants to be playing you right now. I mean, your players just going out there making magical plays. That Hail Mary pass to Noah Brown was like one of the best plays I've seen in a long time. That was Aaron Rodgers-esque, just dishing it out. That was incredible. And I mean, what a quality win from a quality team.
Thank you, sir.
So incredible you passed Tyler. You're the top dog now, man. That comes with a lot of responsibility. You might have a mark on your back, but
Yeah,
hey, I think guys can handle it.
I'm still only 5-3, so we'll see about that. Yeah.
True, true.
Last but not least, one of the best performances this season from a team. Brendan Bridge. Remember when we were talking about who would win first, Bridge or Suit? And every week we said to ourselves, Bridges' team is pretty good. How is he 0 whatever? He's 4-4 now, putting up 163 points on Dorf's head. A huge win, massive performance. Lamar's only getting better. This team is getting scary.
This team looks good. You can't deny it. The X factor for me is Marvin Harrison Jr. He's been open all 8 weeks of the NFL season. It's just a matter of him getting the ball or not. And a great game for him against the Dolphins. It looks like, if they keep feeding him the ball, there's just no ceiling for this guy. He's ridiculous. Devontae Smith also, after a really tough performance last week, puts up the numbers we were expecting. So additionally, Lamar Jackson, I believe, still the quarterback one in fantasy. I mean, what a value pick. So yeah, Bridge, surprised to say, but
Mhm.
huge turnaround for this guy. And our good friend Dorf, you know, tough loss, but putting up 130,
Yeah, tell
he'll
him
make
you
it back.
shake.
He's
That
got
team,
Nico back in a couple weeks.
that
He'll
team,
figure it
that
out.
team's gonna be fucking dangerous when Nico comes back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that might be the best
absolutely.
team in the league when Nico comes back. What a trade that was, getting Amon Ra in there. My God.
Crazy. Crazy. All right. Jack, let's take a look at the standings. There are no undefeated teams left. Everyone's got at least a lost, some more than others. My playoff chances are walking out the door and
Hey,
getting in the car and driving off. They're
they're
gone.
not zero. You're probably one loss away from being eliminated, but the chances aren't zero.
You're telling me there's a chance.
You
If
could
I
go
can
6-8. Or,
bro, if I can beat one team, if I could just get one more win on the season, that'd make me feel so happy. That'd be my little Christmas gift coming up.
that would be nice. Yeah, a lot of 4-4 teams, a lot of 3-5 teams in this league. The playoff race is definitely going to be tight. Looking at the last few seeds, we have 8 teams make the playoffs, so that 6, 7, 8 range is definitely going to be up for grabs. So even you, Huddy, there's a chance. Don't lose hope yet.
That Jack, don't get me excited like that. But there are chances for a lot of teams. I think we're not going to figure out the playoff picture until the last week of the regular season. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be fun to watch.
Totally.
We're back at the NFL rankings. Jack, you got a special. I had my team last week. You got your team. This guy, he's a Vikings fan. He's a Dodgers fan. Just picks and chooses, whatever he wants. But chose the right team for this year. Walk me
No,
through it, man. How
I'm
you
all over the
feeling?
place with my affiliations. Thanks to my father, I didn't choose any of my own teams when I was a kid. It's all him. So, just want to say, Dodgers, well done. What a season. Yeah, everyone says, we're the billion-dollar team, and we are, but we dealt with tons of injuries, people missing all kinds of time. All of our stars were injured. Ohtani didn't even pitch this season, and we still won the World Series in 5 games. Faced adversity against San Diego, came back, won that series, took care of the Mets, took care of the Yankees, and living in New York or Connecticut, working in New York, everyone here is a Yankees or a Mets fan. So when I wear my
Yeah.
Mookie Betts jersey to the bars tonight, I'm gonna be feeling myself. I hope I don't get beat up. Regardless, they're in the dogs tier. Nothing else changing in the dogs tier except my other team, the Vikings. A tough loss to the Rams. The Rams played a good game. We did not, but I also think that the refs had a lot to do with that game. There were a lot of bullshit holding calls that gave them first downs and led to scores. Maybe the most blatant missed call in NFL history, Sam Darnold getting face masked in the end zone to end the game effectively. That was embarrassing. That was a tough loss. We played the Colts in prime time this week. So if we win that, I'll be confident that we're still a decent team. If we lose that, we're definitely frauds, and I will admit that. I'll be the first one to admit that. But Vikings getting bumped down, nothing else really changing in this top 10 zone.
Yeah, Jack, we saw every color of your emotions last Thursday. That was That's fun to have your live reactions, to say the least. But Rams, you get Naku back, Cup on his way back to the fields. I think it's going to be a good team. I think they've always been a good team, just like receiver injuries, just trying to work through stuff. But you got Stafford and you got two like top receivers in the league, so I'm not surprised them, beating a good team like the Vikings, moving up the rankings. And yeah, you guys have a nice bounce back game against the Colts. I don't think. Listen, Joe Flacco could put on a show, but I'm betting not. So
Yeah.
we
I
will
wish
see.
we were still going against Richardson. I'd be very confident. I am less confident against Joe Flacco. Moving on, we got the Rams moving up after that win on Thursday Night Football. This team was going from Demarcus Robinson and Tutu Atwell as their best receivers to now having Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, who are both, arguably top 10 receivers in football. The offense is going to be clicking again. Stafford slinging the ball. This team's pretty good. Another team moving up in the rankings. We got the Eagles here. Another statement win this week. They look like they're maybe starting to figure some things out. Yeah, I think the Eagles are in a fine spot. The division race is going to be tight between them and the Commanders. I'm excited to see those two teams square off against each other. But nothing much else going here of note.
Now, Eagles, this is what our expectation was, if not higher, for this team. So nice to see them finally clicking and using their players to the best of their ability. If they can just learn to play defense, that would help. Buccaneers, I think this is a team that's going to fall down the rankings. Unfortunately,
Me
I'm a little suspicious. You got Godwin, you got Evans out. I think it's going to be a tough. Baker's a great quarterback. When you're playing with Trey Palmer, Jalen McMillan, Kate Otten, that's a tough lineup. That's a tough starting core throwing the ball to. So I think they might struggle this week. Had a tough loss to the Falcons.
Yeah. Next section here, I had a lot of teams in the mediocre tier, so I decided to split it into good bad teams and bad good teams. We'll start with the bad good teams. We have the Falcons, Niners, Cowboys, and Bengals. The Cowboys might just belong in the bad teams section, but these are teams I feel like should be performing a little better and aren't. And in the good bad teams, we got the Steelers, we got the Broncos, just a handful of teams that like I don't think are very good. Maybe I should give the Bears more credit, but the Steelers have had a cake schedule. They haven't had to play anybody really great yet. And same with the Broncos. I don't understand how they have a good record. Were they like 5-3 or something? I think they're awful. I think they're really, really bad, and somehow are in a good spot. Yeah, that's about all I got to say here.
If any of these teams in that tier specifically had to play like a Lions or a Chiefs or a Bills or a Ravens, like it's just they're gonna shit the bed. Like that, I think the one word I would use is like fragile for these teams, where it's like, yeah, they seem good, but it's like they're not. Their ceiling is limited. And the Panthers definitely like, or not the Panthers. I'm sorry, the Broncos. Like, all right, you had a good game against the Panthers. Everyone's having good games against the Panthers. That
It's
doesn't say much.
true. And in this bottom tier, nothing much changing between super shit and super duper shit. The team moving up is the Browns. Finally, it took an ACL or Achilles tear to Deshaun Watson for them to finally wake up and start J-Boo. But J-Boo looked great. They take down the Ravens. That team's still bad, but this guy is just fun to watch play football. Gotta love Jameis Winston. What a character he is. Dolphins sliding up a little bit. I know they lost this week, but Tua's back, and I think they'll start to find a little bit of a groove. And moving down to second to last, because there's no way any team could be worse than the Panthers. The New York Jets. Man, is this funny, dude. Your Pats, I'm so happy for you. Tell me what was going through your head after that win.
Oh my God, Jack! It's routine. Listen, we have a tradition here in New England. We don't lose to the Jets twice.
No.
That hasn't happened in probably over a decade.
And since
There was
we've
a
been like
7 year
alive,
streak.
it's crazy.
Seriously, we own we owned the AFC East for 20 years, and I think there was a 7 year streak we had never lost to the Jets, and we played them twice a year. So we knew going in this game we were going to be fine. Concussing my boy Drake May just late hit, ridiculous, classic Jets move, trying to
Yes.
take our star player out of the game. But don't worry, the veteran, the GOAT, Jacoby Brissett, comes in, game-winning drive, Ramondre Stevenson touchdown, and a two-pointer to put us up by 3 points. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets offense run out of time. It's just Aaron running to the 50, and he's waving his hands, he's just giving up. That's what this team feels like right now. The New York Jets are just giving up. And I think Matt Ryan said this. He was like, there are no more moves to make for the Jets.
No,
They,
they've
they did
exhausted
everything.
everything. Yeah.
And you're 2-6. And we're about to watch them play the Texans in about an hour. And I don't think that's going to go up for them.
No,
So
not
it
at all.
is abysmal, an
Yeah.
abysmal atmosphere in New York. And I'm happy.
Yeah, they're looking at really being like 2-7. That is so funny to me. I couldn't believe that when I saw the Patriots had the ball, Jacoby Brissett had to lead like a 80-something yard touchdown drive to win the game, and he fucking did it. I was like, that's awesome. Like if you're not a Jets fan, you loved that, and I love that. I have nothing for either of these teams, but that was just fun to watch. Aaron
You're
Rodgers
absolutely right.
sucks.
He's a bad football player.
Yeah,
Weird to say.
and they had two goal line stands, or like first and goals, and they didn't give Brees anything. They didn't give Brees a touchdown. Braylon Allen gets one, and they threw one. Let
See,
my guy
Jack,
eat.
that's what I said, bro. Did I do I feel like an idiot for trading with you? No, because I was worried about Braylon Allen's usage.
Pollard's
And
been just as good. And you got
yeah,
Josh Downs out of it, who I got JMO, who's riding my bench because he keeps getting like arrested and shit. So, I mean, you might have won the trade.
surprising to say. Do I feel like an idiot for taking Brees at the 2 pick? Yes.
Maybe. I would have done the same thing. Honestly, I would have taken Bijan, but
Yeah.
I think it was the right move to go running back there.
Hey, you never know what's gonna happen. But we always know that the Jets will suck. So I'm gonna keep that in mind for the future. All right. Wow. Incredible rankings. Thank you, Jack. Jack, welcome to Locks of the Week. We're back. Um, Not our greatest performance. 1-2 record last week. The Jaguars, man, what the hell? We had the Packers -4. They won by 3. Ridiculous. Who saw that coming?
Didn't expect that one bit. You doubled
That's
down on it.
okay. We doubled down and still didn't work out. But we're gonna make it up to you guys this week. Um, Listen, I don't think I'm an obnoxious New England Patriots fan. I'm not betting on them every week, but I saw this line and I just had to. I'm taking the New England Patriots +3.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Mason Rudolph isn't beating us. We're not letting that happen. Drake May expected to play. I think he's going through the concussion protocol. I think he'll be fine. He's going to lead a good enough offense to beat a shit team. So I'm feeling good about this one.
Yeah, I don't hate it one bit. I think Titans are pretty bad, and that I would take anything plus points against them. My pick down at the bottom this week, I'm taking the Detroit Lions -2.5 against the Packers in Lambeau. I'm just an forever Packers hater. I always will be. I can't stand that team. I can't stand that franchise. You're owned by the public. That's just stupid. I hate it. I hate them. I think also the Lions are just awesome, and I think they'll win this game, and I'll do it by 3 points or more.
It's a close line, but the Lions have put up 50 or more points in the last 2 games, which is ridiculous. Like that is the most like their offense is unfathomable how like efficient. Jared Goff had like 80% completion in the month of October. That's insane. What other offense is doing that? So I'm with you there.
Crazy.
Doesn't Yeah, Lions are gonna win this game. I love that pick. My last one here is gonna be Bills Dolphins. Bills -6. I know it's a lot of points, but over the past couple of years, Bills have owned the Dolphins. They give it to them. It feels like they got them figured out. I don't know what Sean McDermott cooks up against this team, but they see each other all the time, and it feels like it's always the Bills coming out on top. So they'll win by a touchdown. I'm riding with it. And Jack, we're gonna parlay our picks, get plus 560 odds. That's free money, bro. We're
That's what I'm
taking it.
saying. That's what I'm saying. These are three favorable outcomes. I think they're gonna hit. Let's lock it in.
Hell yeah, we're locked in. All right, Jack. Halloween special. We got a new segment here for this week and this week only. Welcome to Sunday Scaries. Cue spooky music. Jack, there have been a lot of entries in the NFL. Some contact, some non-contact. Um, there's a lot of stuff that happens in this league, and a lot of players suffer because of it. So I just wanted to go through and just kind of take some inventory. You know what teams have lost players, what teams are out there looking for new guys.
Yeah, it's
There's a
it's
lot
gonna
to cover
be
here.
gonna be interesting the trade deadline this year. We already seen some teams like my Vikings picking up a new left tackle to fill in for Darisaw, who unfortunately tore his ACL on a shitty, stupid play at the end of the second quarter. Anyways, yeah, we got Tyler up here losing his best player. Chris Godwin was wide receiver one on the season. He goes down, out for the year. It's amazing to see these world-class athletes go down on non-contact injuries. Like you looked at Stephon Diggs' injury, like he was just maybe running a route and missed a step and tweaked something, and you knew right away, ah, shit, yeah, he's probably done for the year. And look at that, he is. Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. It's so strange that like you're more worried about a non-contact injury than you are a contact injury. Yeah, just weird to see. So tough for Diggs, but opens up avenues for some other receivers on the Texans,
Yeah,
and it's just
hopefully
going to be more
Tank Bell
valuable.
finally gets going, dickhead.
Hey, he'll be good for you. He'll
Trash.
be he'll give you a lot to play for now, I think.
Might. But yeah, Tampa Bay losing two guys, Houston losing two guys. Niners are depleted as can be. Fantasy teams have to adjust.
They got to adjust, got to make some trades. Crazy that we're looking at 6 wide receivers here, so the wide receiver market is wide open.
Yeah,
And
but
if anyone is looking to take the best backup quarterback in the league, A-Rod, the man himself, you know who to call. You know who to text. I got options for you. All right. I got wide receivers. You need wide receivers. I have wide receivers. They're okay. They're not great. But we got to make something happen. So Jack,
yeah,
just shameless plug.
yeah, you gotta scratch for something. Last breath.
Anthony Richardson injury is being terrible at football. This is on a good note. Having Josh Downs, he's a must start for me this week.
Oh, he's
Flacco's
a
just gonna be airing it out to him.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's a wide receiver one upside on that guy when Flacco's playing.
that's what I'm saying. We're hoping for the best there, but yeah, a lot of guys.
Ladies
Short
and
and sweet
gentlemen.
this week. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best Halloween costume.
Oh,
JJ and I agree that this is the best we've seen in a while come from an NFL player. Just nothing better.
well done to say the least. You know, it's a really nice hat.
Yeah, yeah, it is a nice hat. I agree. Um, anyway, thank you guys for watching a little short video this week coming at you live on Halloween. Jack and I are gonna go trick or treating actually after this, so can't stay up past our bedtimes.
Yeah, we got to
Thank
get
you
there
guys for.
to eat candy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I'm big on my candy. Jack, what's your favorite? What's number one candy bar? What are
Kit
you going
Kat.
for?
Kit Kat's my choice
Wow,
every time. What about you, sir?
that's not a one for most people. That's like a top five for most people,
Yeah,
not a one.
yeah, it's true.
I respect it. I keep it simple too. Just a Reese's.
I knew you were
Give
gonna
me
say that. I had a feeling you were gonna say that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
objectively top three candy for everybody in the entire world. That's not allergic to peanut butter.
well, we're just built different. Those who
Shut
are
up.
able to eat Reese's. Oh, delicious. My
You're so
favorite. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching the Week 8 show. It's been a pleasure. JJ, any last words for our fans?
pleasure as always. Happy Halloween. Enjoy this spooky Jets game tonight and enjoy another week of football.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Thank you all. Catch you next time.
Peace.